If you have ever looked at anyone and said to yourself, man, that person gives me the creeps, but you don't know why, stick around because I'm going to show you. Before I give you that answer, I want you to look at this picture and tell me, does this make you feel uneasy at all? Believe it or not, what we visually feel is creepy, as well as that sensation that we get if we're too close to the edge of something really tall and we feel as though something is pushing us, is all related. Have you ever walked up to a railing of something that is really high up, and as you looked over the edge, you get this sensation that something is pushing you? There are two things going on here. Number one is that your brain is dealing with what we call ambiguity. A 2012 study by Jennifer Haynes at Florida State University gave this the name high place phenomenon. When you're approaching a ledge, like a dangerous drop, your survival instincts take over. That's your limbic system that triggers the fight or flight response in your body, and it pulls you back. But at the same time, your balance and your motor systems that work out of the prefrontal cortex don't understand what's going on, because that part of your brain knows that nothing is pushing you, and it knows that you don't normally fall or leap uncontrollably randomly. And how is this related to creepiness? Because it's using the same mechanism in your brain. Let's go back to the idea of when you see somebody that really gives you the creeps. There are thousands of studies that you can refer to about this, but some of the things that freak people out a lot are things like when someone stares at you across the room, but they don't speak to you. They just maintain eye contact. And then maybe eventually they come up and talk to you, but you feel as though you've been stalked because they've been looking at you and it's uncomfortable. So here's what's actually happening. The same system that runs the fight or flight, the same system that hits your natural instincts and reflexes to pull you back away from anything dangerous, the limbic system in your brain, which is commandeered by the amygdala when it comes to emotion like this, does a snap judgment of any situation you are in. And whenever you see a person that creeps you out, it immediately assesses, is this value or is this danger? We'll come back to that in just a second. So what is it that makes you feel that something is creepy? Simply put, it is anything that falls outside of the parameters of what you personally, subjectively consider to be normal. As time progresses, the Overton window that contains what we believe to be acceptable and not acceptable does shift. So people today that have nose rings and strange haircuts and weird tattoos on their face make people feel less threatened than they would have in the 1950s, because that Overton window has shifted to include that as part of the sort of norm that some people may present themselves as. So the minute that anyone moves outside of that window that you feel is relatively normal, whether it be the way that they look, that's odd or different or doesn't look like social standards, or whether it's the way they behave or they speak that doesn't look like or match up with social standards, you will get this uncanny valley, strange feeling. It's not terror, it's not horror, it's creepiness. Think about the last time that you were in a situation where you saw somebody that had strange emotional outbursts. What did you want to do? Did you want to go speak with them? Did you want to sit next to them? Or did you want to get some sort of social distance? It's because your amygdala and your limbic system has already made a split-second decision whether or not that particular thing that's happening is a value or is a threat. And it will consider it a threat if it falls outside the norms that we just talked about. And the minute that you see something as a threat, you distance yourself. Then over the next 2 to 3 seconds, your brain will go through a process where the limbic system will begin to negotiate with the executive system in the neocortex and start trying to figure out what is the best way to resolve this problem. Is there going to be a physical confrontation, or is there a way to reason your way out of this, or is there a way to avoid it altogether? The next time you're looking at someone and you're thinking to yourself, why does this person creep me out? Just do the math. Do they look like someone that fits within the parameters of what you think is normal? Do they act or speak like someone that fits within the parameters of what you think is normal? The minute that they go outside of those parameters, your gut will start twitching and you will feel that creepy, uncanny valley instability And as I said before, welcome to the world of ambiguity.